What roles do you have in my Discord? You should have the roles to
Oh, just pop in?
yeah.
I didn't see a
Let me
live
see.
channel.
Uh oh no, you don't. Here, let me give that to you. Alrighty. What's up?
Okay, so basically, you might remember my video that I did like specifically about this. Um, yeah, or rather, it was about Vosh, but
Like you were a
the main.
former Demon Mama fan. That video?
Yeah, exactly. But then also like if you remember like the whole like I was talking about the defense cycle essentially, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um and um I mean I made it about Wash, but like I more or less developed that framework because of that Destiny situation. I just didn't
Mm-hmm.
make the video about Destiny. Anyways, um so what is something that I've noticed is that sometimes um when somebody will do something bad like this, right? Um obviously you have people who cancel them, you have people who defend them, blah blah blah. And then over time, sometimes what you'll see is that the people who cancel like or who like, constantly talk shit will like constantly whatever. Um Sometimes them being unhinged will lead like people who were kind of neutral or even defenders of the person in the first place to be like, okay, you know what? I did have criticisms for it, but now these people are going super fucking unhinged. And that's
Mm-hmm.
fine to call them unhinged, I think, right? Depending on what they do. But there is a precedent of that kind of sentiment to then turn into, well, yeah, fuck it. If they're not like they don't have principles either. So why should I be like judged, for watching this guy or for supporting this guy? And then they go right back to like supporting or watching the guy. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Um, so I'm not saying that you're doing that by any
Yeah.
means, right? I'm just saying that like
There are people like that.
there are people like that, or rather it's not even there are people like that. It's more like that's something you want to keep in mind when you go through this stuff because like, and that's kind of why I say like personally for me, I don't need the case to like decide how I feel, or I don't even really need like Destiny's actions during the case to decide how I feel because Destiny's actions during the case make complete 100% sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying, like, from what I know about him and how I understand that he, like, operates and everything, like, it's not surprising.
When you say like how he in regards to what how he's acting in regards to like the aftermath or like right now how he's acting or the
Everything, like, all of it. Yeah, like, all of it. I'm
just
not, I'm
knowing
not
who he
saying,
is because of his
yeah,
streaming stuff, like everything that's
yeah.
happening right now makes sense.
Yeah, like, not makes sense, but it just means, like, it's not like he's doing anything out of character. That's really what I mean, right?
Okay, gotcha.
Uh, like he had, I mean it's not like he denied, for example, that this had like, and I don't want to even like I don't want to litigate about like the actual details,
Yeah,
mostly because I have
because
not kept up
people
with
are
this shit, right?
I haven't
Yeah.
kept up with it either, and it feels like the second that you start fucking talking about anything regarding it, like people,
Will come out of the woodwork to argue with
yes,
you on the actual facts, and yeah,
and I
like
don't,
you're misinformed on the facts.
yeah, and I just don't
Yeah.
care, and I don't want to get like psyoped by someone like that I thought was like trying to be friendly with me, and then like
Yeah.
try and psyop me. I don't want to have like weird memers like make me think I'm fighting for my goddamn life, right? It's a content creator, right? I there are lots of people who are like famous that I enjoy their content, like Led
Yeah.
Zeppelin. I heard some pretty bad stuff about those guys and their sexual exploits during the 70s and 80s. You know what? I can't change that, but I do like Led Zeppelin 2 and 3. Those are great albums. I'm not going to stop listening to Led Zeppelin, all right? And I'm not saying that Destiny's a pedophile, right? I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that fuck me, dude. I don't care about the personal fucking life. I'm interested in it. I have opinions about him myself now, and like that should be fine for everybody. But I don't feel like that is fine for everybody.
Well, I mean, it's because you have a range of people who have like a range of like reasons as to why they will watch Destiny or be a Destiny fan or whatever the hell else. And then even within that range of reasons, you have like people who have different levels of like dialed into this stuff, like how much they
Right.
actually care. Like maybe Destiny's literally just like another person who like they watch their videos. That's it. They watch their videos amongst not like a roster of people that they watch videos from. That's it.
Yeah.
And like this is even true, like even of my own community. Like I feel like my community likes to joke that we have like a high percentage of like DDGers, and it's true, we do. Um, but like mm, not all of them watch Destiny for the same reasons, right?
Yeah.
Um, and a lot of them watch him because he gives like whatever they like his
Yeah.
political takes, they like the way he argues, blah blah blah. So yeah, I just think that like the it's almost like the unhinged behavior. I don't. I mean, obviously, if you're the sort of person who wants to call it out, I think that's fine. Um, just as long as it doesn't like make you kind of go back and be like, well, why are we judging Destiny if like we're allowing this shit to happen? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Like that's. I understand
I,
that. Like
yeah.
having like it's the difference between like doing it out of spite and just doing it because you have like a reason to watch, right? Is that what you're basically saying?
Um. Yeah. No, no, no. Oh, yes, yes. Because like this is what's frustrating. What is interesting to me, and also like I'm just like cataloging this shit in the sense like I'm trying to observe like the way people are like acting, and uh I'm trying to talk to people to see how they like process this over like the weeks and months, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but like it was very interesting because at first you saw a lot of people who like obviously they separated from Destiny. They, blah 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 blah. It was a big issue. Now it's like, a lot of the people who have been unable to really find like a replacement for Destiny, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like
Right
they've
back
gone
to
back
it.
to what? Yeah, they've gone right back to it. And I have also had to basically realize that like this is why I realized, okay, not everybody's watching it for the same reasons. Like they're not watching him because they think that he
Yeah, he's
has like
correct.
he,
He did the
he's a
correct
moral
thing.
character. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a he's a morally good character. But and what is frustrating is if you have somebody who um did think that he was a moral character, like uh he talked about he was the consent guy, like
Yeah.
whatever. And then you like separate from and you like him amongst other reasons, and then you separate from him because of what happened, but then you go back because there's no one else to watch, or it's just easier to do it, or you're using the unhinged behavior of like anti-Destiny people for you to be able to like kind of write off your own like
Yeah.
principle. That's what I don't like personally. Um, and to a certain degree, I feel like I'm still trying to figure out how I feel about people who are like fence sitters, right?
Hmm.
Who are like, oh, I'm just waiting on the court case to tell me
Yeah.
how I
No.
feel.
Well, when people say that, they want to watch Destiny. They're not actually
Yeah,
fence sitters, but like
yeah.
they.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like. Here's my thing. Like I don't know. I don't because I don't feel like this requires this much fucking introspection. Like part of it's like fuck who I don't need like the liberal dick suck channels, right? Like I can't like God bless them. Okay, David Packman and you know, people like him, um, the guy that Destiny started being friends with right before the sex stuff happened. Can't remember his
Oh, I
name.
don't.
Brian Tyler Cohen, I think.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Um, like that. Like God bless them. They're doing great shit. I just like it's not for me that style. Right. I've only very
Mm-hmm.
recently been able to tolerate, you know, like self suck video or channels like the Bulwark in the
Okay.
past couple of weeks. Um,
Yeah.
uh, Destiny, he's not going to sit there and dick suck, and that's something that's nice. And
Yeah.
also, it's not going to be cope like, oh, we're actually winning,
Right.
because I feel like there was a lot of that, especially in the later half, like when Kamala was running. I don't
Yeah.
know how much of the stuff that I was watching was giving me false hope versus, you know, not. Um, but like, I can't deal with people giving me false hope about what's going on right now, because if I
Yeah.
get false hope about, you know, we're winning, uh, and then like it actually turns out that like there's fucking 5 billion, you know, dead Mexicans in the Mojave Desert in a concentration camp. Like
Yeah.
my yeah, I need stability right now. All right,
You need somebody, you do need, like, you need somebody who will keep it real. And I will say, like,
and I
I
don't know anyone else
understand.
that is like
Yeah.
keeping it real like that
No,
personally.
and I think that's like that is to me why I actually had, like, I remember when I was writing the script to that, I was a lot more harsh on, like, in my wording, and like basically like outright condemnation of like these people, and it essentially would have been people like like you. And I remember that video got put off like for like basically 2 weeks because I was just debating the people in my chair, like in my community, about the script, like, about essentially the concepts in the script. And I
Mm.
remember DGG, like, it was a DGGer who basically um, like gave me that, like, who gave me that idea, like, okay, like, this is why I watch him. Like, yes, I have attached a sense of community and everything else to it, and that is something that I have to reckon with and like reconcile, right?
Mm.
But this is why I watch him. And like, so it is, in that sense, I don't necessarily have a problem with that, right? It's just that it's harder for those people to essentially recognize when they're being like pushed in a direction of like defending or like a kind of excusing away behavior, because they have like multiple,
Yeah,
they
that
have
is
more
really
than one
fucking
reason to
annoying.
defend it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, like one thing that is really fucking annoying is like people that will defend everything that the motherfucker does. Like,
Yes.
I'm so sorry. He is older than me. He knows better because
He knows
I
better.
know better.
He knows
I
better.
know better. Okay, like
And it was funny. I tell people this all the time. I
hold
mean,
on. I
you know
just
where I
noticed
came
something
from.
really quick. There's someone named Preston in my waiting room. Who is this? If you're Preston, say something in general chat. Who are you? Why are you wanting into the voice chat? Or you
Why are
can,
you
yeah,
here?
why are you here? Or say something in the stream chat, or I guess Bones is vetting him. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, what was I
Yeah.
saying?
I was gonna. I was just saying that,
Oh, you were saying something. Yes, right.
yeah. I was like, my background and my origins in this space and stuff. I was very, 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 very poisoned against Destiny for the longest time, right?
Right.
Even with me being in the Heme community, and you remember Heme was like
Yeah.
basically like Dylan Burns split off, like, like, but also mostly he, like, Destiny was his guy, man. I'm glad he wasn't around for this because I think
Yeah.
he would have been heartbroken, dude. But
He tweets like once in a blue moon. I'm just like,
yeah,
oh man, there
he's
there
just
were there
living his
used to
damn
be
life, dude.
there used to be good people in this space.
Yeah, no, I know, right? But like, but yeah, so but like, and what sucks is that this, like, right before any of this happened. Oh, whoops.
Bones, what's up?
Sorry, I didn't mute your stream. So the Preston guy is a Trump supporter. He wants to have a discussion / debate / whatever the fuck he means by a gray zone.
Oh, okay, all right. I'll wrap
I don't want to intrude on the conversation, but
hold
like,
on, he can wait till this conversation wraps up because I'm invested in this conversation. He didn't give me any pre-warning, so like we can have a conversation after this if he's willing. So
word. Have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll keep it short. I don't think we don't really disagree about any of it. We're just more like talking out the idea. But like, yeah, so like right before all of this shit happened, was probably like in the few months prior to that was probably like the most closest I would have ever called myself like I never was a Destiny fan or anything, but I was like actually starting to enjoy like the stuff he was doing and like watching, like it seemed like he wasn't like the unhinged person that I admittedly had a very skewed view of.
Yeah.
But and so I feel like this really like ruined that. And I don't know that for that reason it's not as upsetting to me because it's like whatever. I'll just I never watched but I can understand how that's devastating for another person, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, look, I think I have a generally positive view of him. There's obviously so much wrong, but like, I don't know. I feel like the amount of stuff that I've seen, I do wish there was a much better like initial response. I almost understand the response that he had. Now he's almost definitely never going to have a, any kind of.
He's never gonna have a come to Jesus moment. You mean?
Yeah, because it's not even like a come to Jesus moment. Like what I expected at the beginning of everything was that he couldn't make a public statement that was decent. Because there was, now active litigation against him, right? Sure. So like that was the assumption, like the grace that I was willing to give him. But like the unfortunate fact is that I think that because of how everything has gone down in the case thus far and the response from people online and everything, like he's never going to, even if there was a world where he would give a better response in like post hoc once the litigation was over, like he fucking hates these people now. It's not happening.
No, and I think that and that's why I like every like I was saying, I'm just cataloging this shit, seeing how it is, and it is a cycle because like he even if he had a moment like that, his base is not going to let him have that moment as well, because they're reinforcing the ideas that he is putting out when he's mad, when he's like justifiably or unjustifiably angry,
and they're only getting his like side of things. Obviously, like I understand the points that other people are like will say about this, and it's like fine, we'll like let the court play out for those things. I already have an opinion based off of his actions, so like I don't need the court case to like tell me why he's right or wrong during the court case.
And to be clear, for anyone watching, like just in case, like that, that's not to say that I'm like shitting on people who are following the court case or anything like that. I'm specifically talking about.
Case.
No, I think you did say no, and I know people who follow the court case. Like that's fine, right? But like what I'm more so talking about is like they're still purporting to withhold judgment, until said court case is finished.
No, I 100% agree. That shit's like unbelievably fucking cringe. Like I feel like I'm fence sitting, even though I have a solid like standard on, or a solid like idea of where I am with Destiny. I feel like, and hopefully people understand where I'm at with it, so I don't have to fucking fight Ryle again for some stupid fucking reason. But like,
I don't know what that is, but maybe that's something I need to watch.
Well, that was like the conversation that happened right before you jumped on with Rezi. I was talking to Ryle,
Oh,
and he was
gotcha. Okay.
grilling me about why I still love Destiny, and I was like,
Oh.
like giga high. I was like really bad high.
Why do you debate while high? This is the second story this stream you're telling me about, like a debate that you're getting into people with.
Well, that one, I didn't know that it was going to happen. I was like,
Oh,
just
I
like
see.
chill.
Okay.
We were having a good day the entire day. I was just high and like chilling. I wanted to talk to Rezi, and then he ambushed me while I was high. Okay. But anyways,
Yeah.
the oh fuck, I lost my train of thought. The basic thing is this. Yeah. Oh wait, hold on. Go ahead. What was I about to say?
No. I was gonna jog your memory, but I think you got it.
No, jog me, because I was gonna move on.
You were saying like we were talking about people who follow the court case, and then you said that that Ryle was
Yeah, the fence sitters are super fucking cringe. I don't want to fucking have to deal with people. I'm like, I think it's pretty understandable. I would hope, but like, it feels so fucking gay to argue about whether or not I can watch the bad streamer. So like, I was avoiding even talking or saying anything about Destiny for a while because I just didn't want to fucking deal with it. I don't care anymore. Like, if I can listen to Led Zeppelin, all right, and he's an actual, like some of them like actually fucked 14-year-olds, and people like don't cancel people for liking Led Zeppelin, that I can watch Destiny, who did something significantly less bad. Okay.
Yeah, I think like, and that's why I've stopped doing like it's kind of rough, right? Because like, first of all, if you take a random person, like, why are they watching Destiny? Okay, what else are they doing? Are they being disingenuous about why they're watching Destiny? Like, what else and yeah, it is the what else are they doing that kind of like I kind of keep an eye on. Is it that they're covering him and then also always talking about the people who are like shitting on him as a way to basically say he is like justified in his behavior? Okay, that's the behavior pattern that I don't like, that I've identified. That, okay, I kind of know, I understand you might like this guy because of his takes, but you obviously have like, you're not, like, you don't care about what he did, which is like one thing, or you don't like, like you're in denial, right?
Yeah.
So then that's kind of, and it is rough
I see a lot of
have
it
that
just
be
like
done
cope.
to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think I think that it's rough to have that done to you, but also it's like there's only so much you can do to like convince other people that you're not like one of those people.
Yeah.
You kind of have to like just like do your thing, like I know what you were saying. You were saying like with Rezi and stuff, but like the I think what Rezi, and this is not me like, I'm not trying to necessarily steel man the argument.
Listen,
because I think it could be done better.
I don't hate the guy or anything. I still
No,
love
no.
Rezi. That was just a really
talking about
weird interaction for me.
Yeah, no. I think I'm talking about the argument more so about the interaction. But like, I think it would be good to see more people be like independent of the orbit, right?
Yeah.
But that's only because, like, at least for me, if you ask me, that's only because then I wouldn't have to do this like calculus of like that, the calculus I just said, like, do you actually not care? Do you care, but you like, do you watch, like, you just watching the guy for the political takes? Okay, all right, well, you're spending an awful lot of time talking, like, you know what I mean? And it's not even a huge, it's not a huge deal or anything, because like at the end of the day, this is just like this shit I do when I'm like doing chores and shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like who I listen to, and like when I'm at work or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
it's not like it's just.
It's not so deep. It's not as deep as all that. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what it feels like. Everybody is making everything out to be, is like so much bigger, and I feel like maybe my perspective is just like super limited because I've not been as active in the space or really communicative with anybody in the space. So like my perspective is definitely like skewed, and I understand that. But I feel like it's skewed in probably a good way, where I'm getting a little bit more grass touching, and I'm just like looking at all of these fucking interactions and just being like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Fuck is going on?
They're
Yeah.
older than me. What the
Yeah.
fuck? So
Yeah, that's what. Look, Sansa, I'll just say that's why I have like regular grass touching moments, and like it really does keep you in perspective and like makes you realize that a lot of the online like interaction bullshit is just like that's just it. It's just bullshit. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So yeah, that's yeah, but also it kind of sounds like you need to maybe like not be watching so many conservatives, dude. It sounds like you're like
Well, the majority of my
self-harming with them.
like when it comes to like watching conservative, it's just like, how the fuck could they possibly? But like I realize now, like I'm not watching them as much anymore. But like, man, like they're coping super fucking bad, and it's very obvious from the way that they're talking, like in their own like just like to their chat, or when they're like puffing up each other on their little podcast that they do with like the conservative voices of Twitch, and it's like the copium is so fucking real, from the people that don't actually believe that what's going on is like super fucking base. They're just like playing the part, and then like the glee from the people that are evil is
Yeah.
fucking crazy. But
Yeah, you need to stop doing that, buddy.
yeah, probably.
That like I've started putting like an app block on my Reddit after a certain time frame, and like it's honestly kept me so much sane, just because I'm getting more sleep because I'm not doom scrolling like and like panic, like having panic attacks when I'm supposed to be asleep. So like honestly, think about that.
Yeah, I've deleted the apps off of
It
my
might
phone
actually
and
make you happier,
yeah, like, well, I actually think I am there with Twitter. Twitter actually is fucking dog shit, but
Oh yeah, no, I was never a Twitter. I was never addicted to Twitter, so I've got
lucky.
that going for me. But all right, I got D&D, so I'll hop off. But
All right,
good talking to you, bud.
catch you later.
Bye.